Broadcasting live from Youngville, North Carolina and Ontario, Canada, this is Gotmead Live, a weekly show where Vicky Rowe and AJ Aramitz bring you the mead news, meadery info, and mead-making discussions from all over, talking with mead makers, mead owners, industry mavens, and influencers. This is Gotmead Live, a weekly podcast about mead and the people who love it and where the mead world is going. And now here are your hosts, Gotmead owner Vicky Rowe and mead and wine maker AJ Aramitz.
Sure this is going to work. Live from New York, it's Gotmead Live. I'm here with Chris Kuzmi, who is one of the organizers of the event, and we are at the New York Fermentation Festival at the Brooklyn Expo. If you're in New York City or near New York City and you're not here, then you're screwed. You need to get here and like really, really fast. So welcome to the show again, Chris.
Hey, thank you very much. Thank you very, very much. It's a pleasure as always.
Yeah.
Thanks for making the trip to be out here. It's really special to have you here.
It was tons of fun. I have to remember to do this here.
It is still tons of fun.
Yeah, it is still tons of fun. So So tell us about this thing. How many years you've been doing this and all this? I know we talked about this on a previous show.
Sure. This is only the second year we've done it. It is a celebration of all things fermented under one roof. So we have so much diversity under here, but all coming from the same kind of principles and fun of the parallels of the art of Zimmergene, just fermenting things, salt curing things. We have natto from Japan. We have kombucha. We're excited to be on this show because we're talking about mead, and we have probably the most meaderies collected that we've ever had in New York City for time, at least for now.
What, six meaderies this year, and 9 lined up for next year.
Yeah, so I mean, it's not very much, but considering where meat is, like it's pretty exciting for us to have that and celebrate that in here. But we also have pickles, sauerkraut. We have a kimchi making station. We have a sauerkraut making station. We have a bacteria fun lab wall kind of thing, and we have some active fermentations that are microphoned up, and so you can listen to fermentations. Kids can go put headphones on and listen to the fermentations. And we have some live music this afternoon. My band, the Homebrewsicians, has finally found the proper opening band. They're called the American Sankeys, and they also play beer music. So we're psyched.
That's awesome.
So we're getting into that in about, I guess the American Sankeys are going to play about half an hour, and then we'll play a set after that. And the seminars, too. The seminars here have been really great. So everybody's flocking into our 3 seminar rooms. We have 3 different times with 4 different seminars at any given time. So 12 seminars in total, ranging from the science of fermenting chocolate or from bean to bar. So some science of fermentation, new technologies in fermentation. There's going to be a panel discussion at the end, which should be pretty cool. There's a mead panel that you're going to be on. There's a why to drink mead and kind of a mead history panel that just finished, I believe, all about hops. We got cheese, bread, water kefir. It's fun, man. It's cool.
And food trucks.
And food trucks here, yes.
Because it's New York.
Because it's New York.
Yeah. Yeah, I already had one of the sausage things. It was pretty good. The sausage rolls. Tonight. There's a panini out there with my name on it.
Nice.
But all right, cool. Well, I guess we'll walk around and talk to some of your exhibitors. And
please, that's why we're here for. We're awesome. here to celebrate them. Enough about me. What do you think about me?
Yeah,
Wait.
yeah, right.
No, yeah. This is all about them. This works because
clubs that are here. That's really cool.
Yeah. So,
I mean, how is it that can happen?
Well, that's a different question. It happens.
They're here representing. I think
they're here representing themselves
here.
Yeah.
All of the homebrewers here. That's really awesome.
When I started homebrewing in 2001 here in New York City, there were only 2 homebrew clubs. There was the New York City Homebrewers Guild, and there was the Malted Barley Appreciation Society. Okay. Since then, a couple of homebrew shops had opened up in the late 2000s, and so homebrewing as a hobby has grown exponentially, and a lot of us that started here are now running full-time breweries. Like all these guys that I used to know in the clubs now are pro brewers. But now we have about 11 homebrew clubs over the 5 boroughs. Each club meets at a different time per month, and they have their own different vibe and their own different kind of a dynamic within themselves. And it's righteous to see them all hang together. Cool. So we started an umbrella club called Brunity, which basically so we all get together in the name of Brunity, like today, to support causes or themes that we hold dear to our heart. So
That's really cool. That's really cool. Do you guys have do the brew clubs have active mead groups? I mean, this has got me live, so I have to ask.
Yeah, we have active mead members, but we don't have active subsets or any active mead groups.
Oh, yeah.
We do, as the New York City Home Brewers Guild, we've been hosting a mead, we dedicate one meeting a year to mead, and people would come down from Westchester and the like, so we know Slanzy, right? So people would travel from far for that meeting in particular. And it was always really great to have, and it still happens. But the dynamic just changes. I think now that there are more clubs and more homebrew clubs, certainly the New York City Home Brewers Guild has gotten a little bit smaller because things have diffused. Because
it used to be they were the only one. Yeah.
But now people have their own, things that are closer and more convenient to do based on things, and it's great when we get together to share all this information, including mead and cider. But to my knowledge, the only devoted meeting about mead is done by the New York City Home Brewers Guild once a year.
I spoke at that one year.
Yeah?
Long time ago.
We're an old club.
Yeah,
I'm starting to see my age.
Really cool pub that it was in. I don't remember the name of it. All I remember was it was really, really cool.
It's called Burp Castle or Brewskis.
That's it, yeah.
Yeah, there's a mural on the wall?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. So we used to meet at Brewskis, and then we moved over to Burp Castle. And Burp Castle has this giant mural from a guy in the neighborhood, this Ukrainian painter, and it has all these really incredible pictures of like boats on the water and monks sailing boats and sharks trying to eat them, and it's just a fantastic mural, and it is a special place for sure.
That's pretty awesome. Yeah, I really liked it. I still got the shirt.
Yeah?
Oh my God, it's so ratty now, but I still got it.
Awesome.
It's like 12, 13 years old, so yeah. That's my brewing shirt.
Right on.
Yeah.
Well, I encourage you to go talk to other vendors here because it's an exciting place and it's about them, and I hope that we can celebrate all the people in this room that make this so special.
Yeah, we'll have to go around and talk to them. So go back to setting up your new your music toys, my friend.
Awesome, sounds good. I need a mead to go with it. I'm going to go do that. I need 3 meads for the set.
Go get a mead. Yes. I'm not doing the water. Okay, so this is going to be a little rough, guys, because it's the first time I've ever done a mobile live broadcast, so work with me here. We're going to walk around and meet with some of the meaderies and see how they're doing and see what people think about mead here. There's a lot of these people that are coming in here have never had mead before, so this should be really interesting. So we're kind of walking around. Wish you could see this. It's like mass quantities of people, and there's just, my God, there's kimchi, and there's jun, and there's kombucha, and there's sauerkraut, and there's just, you can do trades to get sourdough starters and stuff like that. It's pretty damn awesome. Y'all should just, you need to come to this thing when they have it. I'm really glad I drove up here. So I drove 10 hours. What are you going to do? Come on up. So we're coming up on 810 Meadworks now and seeing what they're up to. Yeah. Have y'all tried mead before?
No, this is actually my first time.
It's your
trying.
first mead?
Yes.
You're on Gotmead Live? You broadcast worldwide right now?
That's awesome.
Yeah,
I like
that's
the
really
name.
cool. So, what do you think?
I love it.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah?
I'm still trying
What
to
about you? You like it?
Yeah, it's really good.
Yeah? Have you had mead before?
Nope.
Yeah?
First time.
You gonna try mead again?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah?
It's easy to drink.
It's really easy to drink,
That could
yeah.
be a problem.
Yeah, it is going to be a problem.
Yeah, I can drink
Yeah.
a lot of
Well,
this.
if you want to slow down, you can drink the higher ABV ones, and then you can't drink them as fast. Because then you fall down and you stop drinking. But yeah, these guys are really great. So yeah, and the mead scene is like going nuts in New York now. It is totally grown. 2-3 years ago, there was like 2 meaderies. Now there's 7.
Meat. Wow.
Yeah.
That's a lot.
So yeah, these guys are making really good stuff.
Yeah, this is delicious.
Yeah. Work your way down. It goes all the way to the end, man. After you try all theirs, of course. So y'all enjoy. Hey, how you doing? Pretty good. We're live on Gotmead
Oh,
Live.
amazing.
Yeah, oh my
This
God.
is my first time
Yeah?
tasting mead. I love it. I think it's delicious, and my question maybe might be better for off.
No, that's cool.
Well, either way,
Whatever.
I'm curious to know, has anybody come out with kosher mead? And how would
That's a
that
really good
how
question.
would that kind of work? Because it is a fermentation.
Well, honey
right?
can be made kosher.
Right. Well,
So?
yeah, of course, honey's kosher.
Yeah,
in
honey's
general.
kosher by definition.
By definition.
Yeah.
So, but because of the fermentation process, would it need to be kosher because it's turned into an alcohol?
That's a really good question. I should think that probably a rabbi would know better than me. You know, they know more about kosher than I do. I'm not Jewish, so
of course.
yeah.
I mean, I am. It's just a question because
no, it's an excellent question.
I love it.
We've had that question before.
I love it. I think it's great, but I would love to.
Do you keep kosher?
No, I personally don't, but I'd love to give it to my parents who
do. Right? Yeah.
So,
I know that there was one mead
not,
there is a mead that is kosher, and I'm trying to remember who it was because I remember seeing it on the label, going, "Oh, that's really cool." Yeah. And I can't remember who it was. Shoot, I'm gonna like fall back to Google and say Google kosher mead because I can't remember the meadery that makes it.
And it's amazing. I mean, for someone who's not so familiar with this, would it be best to describe it kind of almost as like honey wine?
Yeah, for somebody who's not really familiar with it, the easiest description is going to be honey wine or wine made with honey instead of grapes is what I say. Because as soon as you say wine, people think grapes.
Right.
You know, so if you say wine made with honey instead of grapes, they go, oh, and tell me more. You know, they tend to get more interested.
But would that be more of like an insult to mead makers? You know,
well, so mead makers are going to have cows, and they need to like loosen the hell up.
Yeah. Okay.
That's the way I see it. They need to just loosen the F up and like chill. If one more person gets interested in mead because of the way we describe it, and then they try it and they love it, who cares?
Right.
You know, that's what I say. No, I've seen people that are really militant about it, and then, hey, that's on them. You know, it's cool. Whatever, you know, to each his own. But describe it however gets the idea across to people so they'll try it.
It's delicious.
It is, yeah.
It's amazing.
It is.
You know, if the kosher market is, that guy hasn't taken it, it might be a good business for someone to go into.
Yeah, I think there's somebody that is producing a kosher mead, but I'll be darned if I can, because I remember seeing it and thinking, wow, that's cool. And then I don't remember. I see so many meaderies, you know.
It's amazing. I just brought a bottle from here.
Oh, good. Yeah,
Sunshine.
I like that one too.
It's delicious.
That was
Thank
good.
you.
Enjoy. So we're going to go on down here. We got and see what people are up to.
Hi.
Play tricks on me.
Yeah, we're live. I got me live. Oh yeah, and you just sounded like a dork.
My voice.
Yeah, I know. And so mine's going too. Is this y'all's first time trying mead? No. No? Have you had these guys before? No. No? What do you think?
It's good, yeah.
Yeah? You like it?
Very good.
Yeah? Nice. Well, keep trying. They're really good. There's 6 of them here. 6 meters. Hey! Got me live.
Oh,
Yeah.
cool.
I'm broadcasting live right now. You must be Raphael.
Yeah.
Hi, I'm Vicky Rowe. Nice to meet you.
Hey, so, do you have any questions or?
No, I haven't had a chance to stop in every time I come by. The whole line is mobbed, so I've been just, I don't want to get in the way if meaderies doing their thing.
Do you want to like taste live on air and she talk about it? She can do that.
Yeah, we could do that, or did you just get done? What were you just in your doing?
I was
talk?
giving a lecture on the history of mead and sort of why we have certain associations with it, and maybe why it's not a dominant alcohol in the United States.
Okay. And for those of you who are wondering who the hell I'm talking to, this is Raphael. He's the owner of Enlightenment Wines in New York.
Thanks. Yeah, we have a tasting room called Honey's. It's in off the L train in Bushwick, off the Jefferson stop. A lot of people don't realize they go there. You know, there's a lot of people who go there. They don't really quite realize that we're actually like a product company. It's just like a nice bar that they like going to, and which is great. I mean, you can't ask for anything more, but it's sort of funny, so I have to mention that. But yeah, we're tasting our 4 meads. We've got a wild fermented dry set of meads. We do barrel aging. I think the big difference between us and the other 4 meaderies here is they're, the other meaderies they're producing a lot more like kind of like a beer. They're low alcohol, they're carbonated, they're filtered. What we do is a much more traditional method, so it's wild yeast, we use barrels, it's aged for about a year, not like 2 months. We don't filter, we don't use sulfites.
Okay.
So it's really a natural wine, in most ways that you would understand a natural grape wine. But we work with, our idea of terroir is like New York State. So instead of being a hillside, we look at New York and we've got black currants and cherry.